pen drive is available. So some of the books is available there. You can take them, which uses for traveling purpose. So they are available for sale. You can see me after that. And then anything else? And then today's topic is karma. Karmas karma. Why do
good people do bad
good
things?
people do bad things? So that series, 3 series. Part 1 today. Tomorrow we will program part 2, and it concludes in Sunday. So after this, for the next discussion. If you're fortunate, he used to have come for OSC preaching program for past 12 years. If after the COVID, the things have still trying to come back, but because of his visa issues, we could not get his time this year. Hopefully next time. So let's give a big round of applause to him.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjalishalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Vishnu Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Delighted to be here with all of you once again. So today we will discuss, or today, the next 3 days I'll discuss 3 verses from the Bhagavad Gita, which discuss the complexity of karma. So, how karma in this sense means the right thing to do. So let's begin with this verse. I'll just explain the meaning and we'll recite it a few times. So, kim karma, kim akarmeti. What is action and what is inaction? That Krishna says, kim karma, kim akarmeti.
Kim karma kim akarmeti.
Kavaya is wise people. Kavayo apya atra mohitaha. In deciding what is action and what is inaction, even the wise people are bewildered. Kavayo apyatra mohitaha.
Kavayo apyatra mohitaha.
So tatte, that karma pravakshami. Vakshami is to speak. Pravakshami is to speak systematically. Tatte karma pravakshami.
Tatte karma pravakshami.
Yajñatva, by knowing this, mokshase, you will be freed from ashubhat. What is the inauspiciousness here? The inauspiciousness that results from wrong choices. So, yajñatva mokshase ashubhat.
Yajñatva mokshase ashubhat.
Kim karma kim akarmeti.
Kim karma kim akarmeti.
Kavayopyatra mohitaha.
Kavayopyatra mohitaha.
Tatte karma pravakshami.
Tatte karma pravakshami.
Yajñatva mokshase ashubhat.
Yajñatva mokshase ashubhat.
Okay, one last time together, all of us.
Kim karma kim akarmeti. Kavayopyatra mohitaha. Tatte karma pravakshami. Yajñatva mokshase ashubhat.
So, what is Krishna saying in this verse? If we take the word literally, kim karma, kim akarmeti. what is action and what is inaction. If we consider if we literally take the meaning that action means activity and inaction means inactivity, then what is activity and what is inactivity? That even a child can tell, isn't it? If a child can say, is this person moving, is this person not moving? That even a child can tell that. So why is Krishna saying here, Kavayo apyatra mohita? So karma and akarma, if it were to mean activity and inactivity, the wise people would certainly not be bewildered. But what it means over here is karma refers to reactionary work. That means work which will bind us. Basically, work which will involve unhealthy choices, work which will bind us, and non-reactionary work. So which work will implicate us, which work will not implicate us? Which work will entangle us, which work will not entangle us? Determining that is difficult even for the wise. And then tatte karma pravakshami. Now the second time when Krishna uses the word karma, so this is, if you consider 4.16, each line can be considered A, B, C, D. So in A, when Krishna is using the word karma, it refers to reactionary work and non-reactionary work. But in C, tatte karma pravakshami. Here the word karma actually refers not to reactionary work, but knowledge of action-reaction. Like we say, knowledge of the law of action-reaction. Like we say, we use the word karma for many different meanings. We can say that everyone has to do their karma. That means karma, so the word karma can mean action or duty. And nobody can escape their karma. What does this mean?
Past.
It means reaction to one's action. The law of karma is infallible. Here clearly we are referring to the word law. So words can have multiple meanings. And that's why we have to look at the context to understand what the word means. If you consider the word run, I am going for a run. I am running because my car stopped running. Because who is running for president this time? Because this person is running for president, I am running away from this country. So, the same word run can have multiple meanings. So in English, run holds the Guinness Book of World Records, or Guinness Book of English Record, you can say there's something like that. It has 540 meanings. It is the word with maximum number of meanings. In Sanskrit, there are more than 500 words, you have more than 500 meanings. So when a word has multiple meanings, we have to rely on context to understand what the word means. So here, second time, tatte karma pravakshami. Here, Krishna is referring to, I'll give you that knowledge of action reaction, by which yajñātva mokshase ashubhat. So ashubha in the context of Arjuna is that Arjuna started the Gita by wanting to know what is the right thing to do. Because he was confronted with a choice and he was not sure what is the right thing to do. So ashubhat in the last line means that I will give you that knowledge by which you won't make wrong choices. So this is, in that sense, knowledge that is universally relevant. Because we all have to make choices in life. And in fact, how we make choices, that determines our life's trajectory. Some choices are big, okay, which college we get admission into, what kind of job we get, what kind of person we marry, where we decide to stay. These are big choices. They're extremely big choices. But there are also many smaller choices which can also have big consequences. So now, generally, if we consider there are good choices which raise us up, and then there are bad choices which take us down. And normally we would consider that good people will make good choices and bad people will make bad choices. But life is not so simple. Life is not so black and white. So sometimes good people may also make bad choices. And Why does that happen? And what can we do to prevent that? So that is what we will discuss based on the life of Karna. Now, as a reference, what we will do is, we will also contrast Karna's life with Arjuna's life. And generally, when we consider the life's journey of a person, we could say if we look back at our own life, it's not that every single day of the past year, say at the end of a year, we are doing inventory of our year. It's not that every single day of the year is of equal importance. If you look back at the last 10 years of our life, certain incidents stand out. Okay, this was very important, this was not that important. Like that. So, those are often the incidents that are formative for us. So, let's look at those incidents, key incidents in the lives of Karna and Arjuna, and where they had to make choices and the kind of choices that they made. So, if we consider, the very first point is birth. Now, if we start with birth, Karna, in one sense, had a bad deal. If you consider, he got a bad hand. That he, although was born in the Kshatriya family, but he was handed away, put away by his mother. And then he was raised by a Suta family. And he grew up. There was, for Karna, in one sense, a constant incompatibility. He always felt that he did not belong here. Sutas were charioteers. They would sometimes fight, but they were not considered to be of the caliber of Kshatriyas. Now, today's society may not have a caste system, but there are still hierarchies there in society today. If a student goes to say an Ivy League university, then they think that they are just residents of some higher planets, isn't it? There is elitism everywhere. Two kids come to school. One kid comes maybe by an ordinary car, another kid comes by a very expensive car. That kid thinks as if, I'm walking in the air. And depending on how the kind of dress people wear, there is a difference. Or we can consider genetically. Some kids just have a higher IQ, and some kids don't have such a high IQ. So there is always some hierarchy. The cause of hierarchy may vary, but hierarchy is always there. Some people are blessed with, blessed with good looks. Now, that is a big advantage in many ways in life. So, the point is, are you using Zoom or what are we doing?
This is live on our ISKCON Columbus channel.
Okay, but will they be able to see this?
Yeah, that's why maybe that we didn't have a stand, so we have to turn.
Okay.
So we can put this only because it's already going live. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he undoubtedly had a bad hand, and the bad hand that he got was he alone. And yet, to his he laid that bad hand. He recognized that he had